One of the many signs that you're getting older is your ability or your inability to not stay up, or how if you're going to stay up late, which 8 o'clock isn't late, but if you're going to stay up for a certain amount of time throughout the night, you need a nap. And yesterday, I'm recording this Friday. Yesterday, I did not get my nap in. So by the time the game came on, I was done. I finished the first half, and when I look back on it, I was going in and out, trying to keep myself up. So it's a lot I didn't see, but everything that I heard this morning, I heard DeAndre Swift went crazy. I heard Justin Jefferson had a really good game. I do know the outcome. I do know the Eagles won. Not surprised, and I'm happy about that. Being a Packers fan, I am happy about that. But I'm really surprised by some of the comments that I saw pertaining to both teams. And so, you never really know. Like, watching the highlights for football, it's not watching the highlights for anything isn't really a great way to gauge two teams in a game, period. But obviously we can't sit here and watch a 3-hour game. And maybe one day I will. Maybe I'll do that on Patreon if y'all interested. But yeah, man, I really want to see. And I'm so surprised that the Cowboy-Giants game did so good. So now I know y'all don't mind watching some sports with me, which sports is my first love. So I was so happy when I saw the response for that video. So now I know we could do some sports on here. So now I'm like a kid in the candy store, man. I'm ready to go now. Like we about to do a bunch of games. You know what I'm saying? We might throw the NBA season coming. I wouldn't mind watching the Colorado State game coming up. We could do this if y'all want to do this, but we going baby steps. But enough talking, enough monologue. I don't care. Let's get into this, man. Let's see what's going on.
We saw that last week from Brian Flores, the defensive coordinator.
A.J. Brown sets up on the left side. Hurts looks that way, under pressure. Hunter chasing him. Can he pick up the first down? He's closing. Yes, he does.
Jalen Hurts. So there was a lot of
going deep, getting position and making the catches.
Look at that boy Devontae.
Now watch Murphy.
There was a lot of talk coming into the season about Jalen Hurts. Is he overrated?
And right away, Philadelphia challenges him going downfield.
Number three
but only one
on the NFL top 100 list.
Hurts is going to keep it.
People was like, "Oh, he's good," but I mean, is he that good?
24 out.
I think he is. Like
down the middle.
Look, as long as you can put wins,
before that, of course, 6 with
stack up wins.
Washington.
I don't care what style of quarterback you are. If you know how to
up to the 41-yard line,
get the ball in the end zone, regardless of how you do it.
And that's a terrific defensive line.
I really don't know how you could definitively discredit him. Just because he's not your traditional quarterback.
Hurts looks that way and takes off. Takes a hard hit. Aaron Sipas to punt from the goal line. Brandon Powell collects at the 46-yard line. Swings to the outside. Into Eagles territory and a good run back, but then he coughs the ball up inside the 30-yard line. And the Philadelphia Eagles come away with the ball. Give it to him.
That boy DeAndre. That was a great pickup,
from
man.
The 38-yard line.
That was a great pickup. DeAndre Swift. I mean, everything he did at Detroit was phenomenal.
Pressure. Hurts.
I mean, he's one hell of a running back.
First couple of weeks, we're getting an idea of what they're capable of doing.
Got his man 3rd and 16. Ton of time, and then it's picked off by the Vikings. That's
now see, plays like that is
and runs it
why
back for
I'm
a few
assuming
yards.
people
Alexander
have
Madison
question marks on Jalen Hurts.
is the
That
running
wasn't
back from the
open.
35-yard
The
line.
zone clearly, like, that was just a great play call.
Takes over for Dalvin Cook, and again the ball is out. Eagles think they have it.
He had gotten his hand in there. There's Job, and there's 29 right there. Yeah, it is Maddox who got his hand on that football.
Okay, so for Minnesota, they just beat themselves. Like, these turnovers are crazy. Which, can I just say, I knew, like I said, I had the Eagles winning this game. I do not believe in Kirk Cousins at all, even though I heard he had a really good game. He really wasn't necessarily he's not the first person you think of when you think of why Minnesota lost. But, I mean, it's just hard to bet on the Vikings. But these turnovers, like, I mean, you just asking to lose at this point.
Everybody's going to want to see this. Just take a really good close
Even
look.
though
Make sure
the
he's
Eagles
up. Yep,
didn't
ball
convert
is out.
on the last turnover, so let's see what happens.
Smith, 3rd and 5.
Ooh,
And the Vikings are right there again.
look at
55
that defensive line.
for Elliott, who's already booted one tonight. And this one is off to the right and no good.
55 yards.
The second quarter.
Clear night,
very
but
strange
that's
opening quarter.
55
Second down
yards
and 12
is-
as Cousins
that's not
quickly gets
easy.
to the outside. Hold there at mid. 3rd and 9. C.J. Ham comes into the backfield, the fullback. Flare him out. Pass over the middle. Caught. Hawkinson on the run. Fights his way.
all right. They're making their way down the field.
23 yards.
In
The
the red
fake to
zone.
Madison. The pass is caught. And Hawkinson bangs his way into the end zone for a touchdown.
See, the
Broke
thing
away
with the
from Mario
Vikings
Goodrich
is
inside the 5-yard line, and so the Vikings, who had done
they
absolutely
always have a respectable team.
3rd and 3.
It's usually
And
can
we're
you
gonna just
believe
get a
in Kirk
push
Cousins,
and rotate our backs.
and you can't. Even though
Do
Kirk,
it again. Scott.
for the most part, doesn't do anything wrong. He's actually a pretty good
Pressure this
quarterback.
time.
He's
Wide
just not
open.
a winning
A.J.
quarterback.
Brown. And a first down.
Like,
to
he
the
doesn't get you
17-yard line.
over the hump, which is what Minnesota has needed for quite a long time.
Cutting it back is Swift. Ticking down to 3 minutes. Swift. Float. 2nd and goal.
QB
Are they gonna
sneak.
push him
Yeah,
in?
this is
They're
like,
lined up to do that. Yep.
yeah, that's too easy.
In
Like,
there. Touchdown.
that's almost like guaranteed. That's one of the most guaranteed.
2nd down and 6. Meanwhile,
Hi, Mom. That's one of the most
2-minute warning.
guaranteed plays
Cousins throws and that
in the
caught.
NFL. A
So
QB
Minnesota down to
sneak
its
for the
final
Eagles.
timeout. 52 seconds.
That's too easy.
Rush 4, pass to the outside, wide open. So Minnesota down to its final timeout, 52 seconds. Rush 4, pass to the outside, wide open. And
Did
turning
they
it
just show
into
the
a
same
nice
play
game is
twice?
K.J. Osborne.
Pretty complex with different looks, so it affects the communication.
Cousins hanging in, Cousins deep, and it's hauled in, and the ball comes out, but he is out of bounds as they drop it at the half-yard line.
Justin, you
Be a
know
touchback.
better. That was a
comes
touchback.
Martin.
I think I did see this on social media. People were kind of upset.
The ball will be placed at that spot.
Yeah, that's a touchback. It went
Terry
through the
McAuley
end zone.
real quickly. What are
That's
you
a
seeing
touchback.
here?
Al,
Y'all
it
know Bill
appears to me
Belichick
the
with the
ball goes
Patriots.
over the pylon, which would put it
Justin
out of bounds
probably
in the
wouldn't have
end
got
zone.
back on the field. That is a no-no for Bill Belichick.
Eagles look like they're content to go
He
to the
said,
locker
control
room.
that ball. Do not reach
See
for
what
the
he
end
does
zone.
here. As he goes empty, forget about it. It's just gonna. I mean, you can have the presence of mind, but on a play like that,
61-yarder
how can
now.
you blame him? 61-yarder is on its
He
way,
made
and
that
it
shit.
is good.
That's one hell of a
Week 2,
kick.
we've seen that forced fumble on the punt, the 61-yard punt or field goal.
Ooh.
Cousins loses the ball, and it's picked up.
Yeah,
And
this
down
the
to
game of
7-yard
turnovers for
line go
Minnesota.
the Eagles.
This the game of
Fletcher
turnovers.
Cox.
You got to protect the ball.
1st and goal
I
for
mean,
Philadelphia.
This is
On the ground.
Yeah,
Swift.
I mean,
That
yeah.
didn't take long. Here we go. The push.
Oh, he didn't get in?
Push. The touchdown.
Don't matter. the most guaranteed
Jalen
play
Hurts takes it in.
the NFL. A QB sneak for the Eagles.
Cousins fires down the sideline.
That's great defense. The way he shielded him to the sideline.
3rd and 4. Here comes pressure. There goes
That's
the ball.
one hell of a throw.
It is Smith again. All the way for the...
So literally, as I talked about Jalen Hurts throwing and some of his decision making sometimes, he throws a dot, pocket collapsing, under duress, defender about to tear him up, and he drops a dime to Devontae. Like, again, man, because look, I don't think I have Jalen Hurts as a top 5 player in the NFL. I do think that top 100 list was like a little crazy, but he's up there. He's definitely top 15, if not top 10. And when you consider how young he is and what he's already accomplished, I mean, it's kind of hard to deny him. It really is. He's a really good quarterback.
We talked about it before, but as a tandem,
and Devontae Smith is also like
1-2 punch. Cousins fires.
I think they had Devontae Smith at like number 99
again,
on the top 100 list. I think that's too low.
Cousins steps up, throws deep downfield, caught, and that's the rookie Addison for the touchdown. Turn Job around.
Wait, that's Brett Michaels. I said Brett Michaels. I said Brett Michaels, not Brett Michaels. Al Michaels on commentary, right? Did he just call Jordan Addison a rookie? Am I bugging?
Pressure on Cousins, steps up, throws deep downfield, caught, and that's the rookie Addison for the touchdown. Turn Job around.
Okay, the subtitle said he said Ricky Addison. Now we all know his name isn't Ricky Addison. So he either said Ricky or rookie, both wrong. Al is bugging.
Josh Job covering on the play, and for the second game in a row, Addison is in for a score. 9 minutes to go in the 3rd.
That was a great throw by Kurt. He had a good pocket, dropped a dime.
He's had a heck of a night with that offensive line paving the way.
Daves it again. Breaks tackle.
Yeah, DeAndre was going crazy.
Again.
DeAndre was going crazy.
Rushing 3.
Great line. Great pocket.
And this pass is
great protection.
2nd and 20.
Yeah, that Eagles offensive line, man. Just look at that. Look at that. Look how much. Look at this.
Now flushed out.
Now, I don't know why Jalen did that.
3rd and 3.
He was definitely better off throwing it away.
Cousins floats it, caught. Jefferson wiggles his way.
They put this
I
game
see my boy Darius Slay trying to keep up with Justin on the cross route.
Fires, caught.
That's not an easy ass.
Jefferson, great grab.
Trying to go out a cross route
on the left side
in traffic.
Cousins hangs in there, throws, caught at the 10-yard line.
Justin went
Takes
crazy
right
this
the
whole
10,
drive.
So it's a 1st and goal. Play action. Look out from behind. Throws wide open.
Great
is KJ Osborne for the touchdown.
Pocket collapsing.
Do I go with him? Do I stop? And that's why there's the bust. Remember, you're playing a lot of guys that haven't played a lot of football. Job in for Bradbury. Not quite sure on the call. Do I follow him across? Ends up freeing him.
Wait, I'm confused on why Job didn't stay. It clearly looked like it was man-to-man. Why did Job think he could let him? Like, why did he think he could release him? I'm confused. That looks like man defense.
Down.
But I could be
tripping. Do I go with
tripping.
him? Do I stop? And that's why there's the bust. Remember, you're playing a lot of guys that haven't played a lot of football. Job in for Bradbury. Not quite sure on the call. Do I follow him across? Ends up freeing him.
It looked like Darius was playing man.
Run down to 6.
I'm confused why he just let him go.
That's caught. That's Brown. That's a 1st down.
I also heard that A.J. Brown and Jalen Hurts got into it on the sidelines.
Swift. 1st down and a lot more.
Look at this boy.
Inside the 20, inside the 10, and out of bounds with a 1st down and goal.
Uh-oh. Look at the flag.
You have to win and be sexy. What can I tell you? To the outside.
Oh, goodness.
And then to the inside.
Look at the footwork.
Touchdown, Swift.
Yeah, that boy DeAndre went crazy. He went crazy.
I love to hear that. I'm sure this
is definitely his game.
Can't wait to see him fight back to get ready for next year.
Second.
Oh, what a catch.
He caught that? You know, one of the things that I love watching, I think it's called Highlight Castle, but it's basically a channel that it only follows the wide receivers and cornerbacks. I wouldn't mind watching that for this game between Darius Slay and Justin Jefferson, because that's just one of the best matchups, and we all remember what happened last year between these two teams. Darius Slay had 3 picks, something crazy like that. I really wouldn't mind watching that, but yeah, Darius looked like he had that.
I love
and
to
it
hear
just
that.
went through his
sure
hands.
The surgery went well, and can't wait to see him fight back to get ready for next year.
Second.
Oh, what a catch.
Darius had that. But great catch by Justin.
Caught at the 35-yard line, but have to convert here. 4th down and 3. Cousins fires.
Easy.
Caught. Open. Goes to the tight end, Hawkinson.
That boy Hawkinson a beast.
3-2. Gets it off. Final play before the
I don't know why
warning.
Detroit just gave him to
It's
Minnesota.
Madison. Nice move
But
to the
anyway.
30-yard line. Cousins, little shoulder shake.
Ooh.
Throws. Caught. Jefferson.
Hey, Kirk is dropping
Hands in the
dimes.
backfield.
That's
Blitz
2
coming,
passes that
pressure
could have been
put on.
picked.
Caught into the end zone for the touchdown. T.J. Hawkinson.
Hawkinson went crazy.
What a drive. Converted a 4th down along the way. Goes 75 yards, 10 plays in 3 minutes and 3
Hawkinson went
seconds.
crazy.
6 guys up at the 45-yard line.
Going for the all
9
side.
in your picture right there. Joseph comes forward, will hop and a skip, and it is covered at the 49-yard line by the Eagles.
Ooh.
So 3rd and 6.
Yeah, man. A really good game.
Cousins.
See what he's got in him.
You got a one-man rush. As far as he can throw it. What's going to go on down here? Knocked away.
It definitely
Jefferson
didn't look
in the
like the
neighborhood.
cleanest football game,
And that's going to do it.
which is to be expected. Only 2 weeks in. Jalen looked like he had a really
pretty
good
easy to say. I
game.
mean, they can play
Those
better, and they will.
2 of the best in the league. It looked like it was a good game again, but it was just, you could just kind of tell both squads kind of still tightening the screws, so to speak. It definitely looked like the Eagles, I don't know if this was their game plan. Again, that's the thing about watching highlights. You can't really see, like, in totality what teams' game plan is just by the highlights. But it looked like the Eagles' game plan was to run. And DeAndre Swift just went crazy. But based off of what I saw, like I said, I saw that A.J. Brown and Jalen Hurts had a little bit of an argument on the sidelines. I know both the Patriots game and this game, A.J. Brown didn't do too hot. And look, that's the thing about that's another thing that I want to throw out there. Like I said in my first NFL reactions video, everybody, look, in the NFL, every game counts. In no way, shape, or form is anybody trying to downplay any week. Every week from week 1 counts, and it's important because it's only 17, 18 weeks. Right? It's not the NBA where you got 82 games. Like, you could lose the first 10 games in the NBA. And guess what? Depending on how you go the rest of the season, you could still make the playoffs. Baseball, don't get me started. You could lose the first 30 games and still damn near make it to the World Series. You know what I'm saying? Like, in the NFL, completely different. Every possession, every game, every week counts. Everything counts. So I'm not trying to downplay it, But the fact that everybody talking about the Eagles, for one, they 2-0, regardless of how they got, how the games look, they 2-0. All right. And this idea that the Eagles were like blowing people up. Look, don't get it twisted. The Eagles were going crazy. They were going crazy last year. But they had some close wins also. Like, it wasn't like they was blowing every team out by 5 touchdowns. Like, teams are picking up. They're getting better. And a lot of the things you pulled off last season, you can't pull off this season. But it's all about adjustments. It's week 2. You got a long week because you played Thursday. I'm sure the Eagles squad that you see week 5 is not going to be the same one that you see week 1 and week 2. That's for the Eagles. But I really do believe that the Eagles will pick this up. Hold on. I think my dad here. Hold on. Yeah, sorry about that. Anyway, yeah, man. Overall, good game, entertaining game. Had a little bit of everything, defense, offense. So that was kind of my analysis of the Eagles. Now, the Vikings, I mean, for the NFC, they have a chance to make some noise. And as we saw, this was a relatively good game. And if you took away some of the turnovers, it probably could have had a different outcome. But I just don't see Minnesota. I don't see this year being the year that they take the big leap. Now, it could be completely wrong. Week 2. Again, it's week 2. And they starting off 0-2. Who did the Vikings play first week? I think out of all the highlights I watched last week, for whatever reason, I didn't watch that game. And I remember seeing the video of Justin Jefferson slouched on the bench, really upset. I do remember seeing that. Who did the Vikings play week 1? Buccaneers. That's right. Baker Mayfield pulled out a close one, 20-17. What did Kirk do? 344 yards, QBR of 53, 2 touchdowns, 1 pick. That's right. I remember seeing Justin Jefferson had 9 receptions for 150. In this game, he had, what did he have? He had 10 for something. I think it was 10, 11 receptions. 11 receptions for 159 yards. Yo, Justin Jefferson already got 20. He got 21 receptions for what? 304? What did I say the first number was? 150? So, like, what, 309? He already got 309 yards in 2 games. That's crazy, bro. He was targeted 13 times. Yeah, man. That's crazy. Now, I did notice that we didn't see a lot of running highlights for Minnesota. And again, when you have a Justin Jefferson and a Jordan Addison and TJ Hawkinson, and when you have the reception crew that they have, I understand, but you do need to be able to run the ball at some point. So I do. What's so bothersome is the fact that there are, off the top of my head, Leonard Fournette is still a free agent. I think Kareem Hunt is a free agent. Like, you have a few options out there. Why not go get one relatively cheap? Like, I don't understand that. And that is something that you're going to have to do at some point. So why not just do it now? But, yeah, the Vikings. I don't see them doing anything extravagant this year. I think based off of week 2, when we really get to see the Packers again, after what we did versus the Bears, like, I'm not tripping over the Bears at all. Vikings not off to a great start. It really comes down to the Packers in Detroit, and Detroit looked phenomenal, and the Packers did too. Defense was really good, and Jordan Love he did a pretty good job, in his first official start as the starting quarterback for the Packers. So I'm really interested to see how he looks week 2 versus the Falcons. But overall, I just don't see the Vikings winning the NFC North, and I don't. They have wild card potential, but they're gonna have to pick it up. You start 0-2, you're gonna have to pick it up. So, but we'll see. Overall, 2 respectable NFC teams in an NFC matchup that was one hell of a show last year. And again, it's week 2. If I'm the Eagles, I'm not really happy about my first 2 weeks, but we're 2-0. So you would much rather take the wins, the ugly wins, and go from there than go be the Vikings and be 0-2. So yeah, for the Vikings, just you gotta for one, you have to be able to get stops consistently. I'm talking defense right now. Got to be able to get stops consistently. You have to protect the freaking ball. So what was that? 5 fumbles? 6 fumbles? I mean, you're bound to lose turning over the ball like that. And you got to get a run game. So that's my analysis on these 2 teams, at least in the first 2 weeks. But still early. Still got time for both teams to for things to happen. So I'm really excited to see what happens. But y'all let me know how y'all felt about the game. Let me know how y'all felt about the highlights, my commentary. I'm still, because now I'm so used to doing comedy and music that now that I'm doing sports, which is really my bag, I just kind of like, I'm still a little flustered, so to speak. So y'all let me know how I'm doing so far, my first 2 videos. Yeah, man, it's going to be a lot of fun, man. I really, the NFC East, people don't want to say it. I mean, look, the Commanders played the Cardinals. I was at that game. The Cardinals are, I think in the power rankings, they are number 32. I think they're labeled the worst team in the NFL. And Commanders barely beat them. So that's all that you need to know. But they're 1-0. Who knows? Again, ugly wins. Look, if you could just stack up wins, regardless of how they look, if you just stack up wins, that's all that matters at the end of the day. So we got to see, what the Commanders do next week. Eagles 2-0. The way Dallas looked last week, going 40-0 versus the Giants. The Giants are done. I have no belief in the Giants whatsoever. But between those 3 teams, and really those 2, just honestly, just the Cowboys and the Eagles, it should be a lot of fun, man. The NFC is looking real promising. So y'all let me know who wins the NFC East. Let me know who you think wins the NFC North. Let me know how you felt about these 2 teams. Let me know how you expect your team to do this upcoming Sunday. And yeah, let me know how you felt about this video. As always, like, comment, subscribe. I appreciate y'all for watching. Until next time, peace.